What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing The Sims 4, obviously. Don't mind this random sim. He was given to me just randomly, but he's kind of groovy. I'm loving the hair and the piercings. Anyways, today we are making invincible characters, but as a Sims. And I'm gonna do their human forms because I don't have superhero stuff. I don't even know if that's stuff you can download, but that'd be great. Anyways, let's get started. I'm gonna do a man first. I have not attempted a man in forever, so let's hope this turns out good. First, I'm gonna add the skin detail because he's looking horrendous. I'm gonna do this skin. Why do I have freckles on? Take off the freckles. Oh my god, wait, this little band-aid is so cute. Oh, we have some highlights down here, which I didn't even realize. I'm just finding out things I never knew. Oh, that's terrifying. Awesome. Take that off, girl. We're doing Mark first because probably the only man I'm gonna do, actually. I'm more excited for the women. I think I'm just gonna do this one. I don't know. For the eyebrows, I feel like we have some good eyebrows that we can use here. Why are men eyebrows so ugly shaped? Maybe. I think I can work with these ones. I'm just gonna have to tweak them. For the eyes, I'm gonna start off with these ones as a base. I don't like this little peplum thing. Get out of here. I'm gonna say these ones are probably fine. I don't know. First of all, this isn't even a skin tone, so let's do that. I think I'm gonna do something like this. I think this looks fine. Let's go into editing mode. I'm a little bit terrified, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make these relatively straight, and I'm gonna bring these out a little bit. I'm gonna make them black, of course. And then for the eyes, I think I'm just gonna bring them to the side a little bit more. Actually, he just has a relatively thin face overall, so maybe just thin that out. And then this one can go... we're gonna put it a little more outward, make this a little smaller. And this one can be a little more like that way. These can be a little smaller. And I think I'm actually gonna bring those in because those are a little too far out in my opinion. His eyes are black, so I'm just gonna do that. It's giving creepy doll. Oh my gosh, I hate this. Why do I have to make a man? This is stupid, and it looks bad. I think that's actually probably looking okay. Gotta keep tweaking with it. How does one make something look manly? Wait, that actually looks okay. Yes, that looks... Let's go into the nose. I'm actually a little hopeful now. I'm gonna bring this tip down, and from here... Why is it... Okay. Maybe just make the... Why is his nose so short, and I can't bring it down? No, but I can make his nostrils bigger. Oh my gosh. Get out of here. There it goes. I think I'll just do this one and bring it down. I don't really like the structure of the tip of the nose, but that's fine. I'm just going to bring that in, obviously. I wonder if I can make that somehow not so structured. Doesn't look promising. Actually, I think that looks pretty... It's definitely not good, but it's all we got. And chin needs to be a little more inward. The cheeks need to be a little more fluffy. Why does he have a butt chin? Oh my god. Why is it doing that? It's giving him a butt chin, and I'm not trying to do that. Maybe something like that, and then just... Can I preset the chin? Is that a thing? Yeah, I can. Perfect. Let's do... Why is there only square chins? How about this one? And then I'll just bring it in. Maybe not that much. This is probably fine. And I'll make it a little more pointy, and I'll bring this part down. And this looks horrendous, and this can go maybe up or down. I think it goes up. For the lips, I think these look fine, honestly. I'm just going to take the inner corner and swoop them downward and maybe make this bottom lip not so freaking plump. I think this looks fine. What are we thinking, guys? Now time for the hair, because that's the make or break. And I have a couple hairs, but we're just going to have to hope and pray. I think I saw one that fits the vibe. Where was it? This one? That kind of fits the vibe, right? Or this one. I feel like the other one looks better. I don't know. And I feel like his nose looks funny. I think I want to bring this part outward a little more. And this part inward. And I feel like the lips now aren't the right vibe. Maybe I need to... I'm going to change the lips in a second. Actually, no. They're really bothering me. I need to change them now. And I need this nose to be longer. I feel like this is actually kind of coming along, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm getting a tiny bit hopeful, but these lips are gonna drive me insane. I hate staring at a man's face. This is so uncomfortable. What is that? Wait, hold on. This is awful. This is... But these look fine. I'm just gonna bring them down and make them a little thinner, maybe, and downward, and get me in that detail mode, boy. I'm gonna take this lip and bring it in, and this one can be maybe a little more fluffy. I need your help. I need your...
Whatever.
I'm not done. I'm not even close to done. I'm just trying to pick a hair. Which one's giving Mark? This one? Or this one?
Well, go back. That one.
Just pick two different ones.
No, yeah, that
Are
one.
you sure?
Way too wavy. The other one's like a perfect.
Are you sure? I feel like this one makes him look fat for some reason. Maybe it's this freaking suit. Let me take this ugly suit off. I'm just gonna put on a shirt. That looks fine. Something's off though. Is it the nose or is it this jawline? Wait, I think that looks better. It's kind of giving, right? Am I delusional? I might be delusional, but I feel like it's kind of giving. I fear I'm delusional, guys. This is horrendous. I don't want to get all up in your business though. Just here for freaking business. This can go maybe... Wait, that looks so good. And make these... Wait, I think I just did something. This is my interpretation, by the way. It's obviously not going to be 100% accurate. I just feel like his chin isn't that freaking long. Hello? I guess I'm doing him more in the second season. This looks more like him in the second season versus the first one. We love the animation in the second season, though. He definitely looks better. More like he's supposed to. Maybe I should make the eyebrows even thicker. I think when he has his serious face on, it's definitely like the right vibe. Were these the ones I had before? Because these are way too thin. Oh no, it wasn't it. I still feel like those are pretty thin. His eyebrows are not this messy, but I feel like the shape is better on that one. Maybe that one's fine from far away. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with the ones I had. I wonder if I can make these thicker. Doesn't look like I can. I feel like from up close it looks right, but then when I zoom out it just looks worse and worse. Maybe it's the horrendous sandals he's wearing. The horrendous flip-flops. I don't know. I think it might be the cheekbones actually. Maybe bring those puppies in. Now zoom out. I think that looks okay. Why is he standing like that? I'm sick of these freaking men Sims. No, you look goofy. Give me your ears. Stop moving. Why is he freaking moving? I'm gonna bring the ears out a little bit because I feel like that just makes sense. And I'm gonna bring the neck in because, dude, oh my god. And maybe I'll bring the chin out. I'm messing with the chin way too much. I've never done men portions, like proportions. I create dolls and fairies, not dudes. I feel like that's fine. I don't know. I need a second opinion. Maybe. I need help.
Good. You just got the wrong shirt.
So you think the face is whatever?
Yeah.
Accurate? I feel like something's wrong with it.
Oh, the eyebrows are bushier.
I know, but these are the only okay ones. I'm gonna have to download a bushy eyebrow mod.
And you can make broccoli.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go for... Actually, are those even... I'm gonna try to do something with these. I don't know if this is gonna work though, so maybe let's soften that up. And the corner of that eyebrow over there is just crazy work. I guess I'll do a pretty high arch and then I'll fix this right here. This looks okay, right? Why are the ends... Oh my god, don't do that. Why are the ends of the eyebrows so turned down? I don't know how I can fix that here. I don't think I can. But honestly, I think it looks okay. Yeah, I think that looks pretty okay. Can you stop making weird faces? Alright, I'm gonna do his makeup, and I'm not really gonna do anything for the makeup. I'm just gonna... You're not getting eyeliner, buddy. You're not getting eyelashes either. I'm gonna give him some... Oh my god, wait, they have nose highlight? That's so cute. He definitely doesn't need any. This could be cool. As like a superhero comic type of look. I think I will do that, actually. I think that's cool. And... Oh no, that gets rid of the shadow? That's fine. I'll keep the shadow then. For the lips, there's no reason for you to be wearing gloss, so let's chill with that. I want to do this lipstick down here because it's plain, and I'm just going to make it a little brownish to just give him that kind of tint. That doesn't make sense. So if I take it off, you can see that difference. I'll do it then. It's just a very slight difference, but it matters to me. All right, now I guess move on to the outfit. I don't think I have much for the men. This is about as accurate as we're getting to the season 2 outfit. Wait, you're telling me I don't have any custom clothes for the men? I thought I did. Let me see. Custom. Oh, I do. So we have this crop top. He has body hair. That's so great. Let me just take that off. We don't need to see that. We're gonna make him buff because obviously this bro's a superhero. And then lean because we have this, which I don't think he's wearing. So we're gonna put back the sweater. Oh my god, where's the sweater? Please get me out of here. Where's the sweater? Is it this one? Okay, we'll do that one. And then why the pants? He's wearing cargos. This is low-key perfect. I know I'm not supposed to be recreating the outfit, but this is a man. What do you want me to do? Style him? No, thank you. I can't see what shoes he's wearing, but they're probably just white sneakers. I feel like that makes sense. Ooh, these are cute. I'll just do these ones right here. Actually, let's do the dunks. Where are they? I think he's wearing the black ones or what? Nah, maybe the brown ones. These pants are buns, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't have any pants for... Oh, that one's okay, but I don't think he'd be wearing those. And these are cargos. Actually, I kind of like these. I think those fit the vibe. Let's do that. And I literally think that's all we have for him. I'll do some accessories, I guess. Like a watch that you can't see. Awesome. And where are the rings? I'll give him one nice ring. And the shorter nails are right here. And we're just gonna make him his skin tone. Yep, that looks fine to me. I don't know, are nails usually lighter? Maybe not. Maybe I just make him those and move on. Why is his neck so thick? You're telling me that's the thinnest I can make it? Wait, what? Is it because he's buff? It is. Mark before he got his powers. This is so uncomfortable. Maybe I just make his face bigger then, because his neck looks so thick. Can you get away? Jesus Christ. All up in my face. All right, I'm going to give him some accessories because, I don't know, he doesn't wear any. I feel like a nice just stud on him would look so good though. Come on, you can't tell me that's not badass. You can't tell me he doesn't look cool. Maybe not. Maybe I don't do that because he wouldn't do that. But I will do a necklace. Guys can wear necklaces. That's all. And I think I'll do it in this darker one. I feel like that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to edit his eyes just a little bit. I feel like they go more down in the second season, if that makes sense. And these can be a little bit bigger. Why are they poking through right there? That's kind of terrifying. But they go down at the side. Let me see how that... I feel like that looks pretty good. Let's just name him. I guess we don't have to make up a name this time. Thank God. So we have Mark Grayson, and his aspiration is going to be... I feel like his real aspiration would be family, if I'm not gonna lie. But for the sake of him being a superhero, I'm gonna go with athletic. For his first trait, I'm actually gonna go with loyal. For the second trait... Sir, shut up. Oh wait, I forgot I can edit the build. Get it, hit it, whip it. Maybe just make this one whatever. I feel like that looks pretty good. And I feel like I'm gonna go for romantic because we see him in relationships often. And honestly, I think I would just want to go with good. I feel like that makes sense. All right, he just did a freaking jump kick. All right, here's the sim all complete. And now we're going to move on to another character. This is a perfect randomized sim because for this one, we are going to be making Amber. So while I will be trying to make her sim accurate, I'm also going to try to put my own... Girl, what is going on here? Just my own slight spin on things. So let's start off with her skin tone because this one is not promising. I think something like this is actually pretty perfect. Let's do the skin detail real quick. And I'm going to go for the glass skin. I feel like this looks pretty good, but her skin is a little more cooler. I'm not going to lie. It's not as warm as this one. Maybe I can do... Wait, this one's kind of perfect, but warm it up just a tiny bit. I actually kind of like this one. I think this looks pretty good. For the eyes, I'll use these eyes as a base, and her eyes are brown, so I'll do that. For her eyebrows, I think these ones are pretty good, so I'll use those for now. Actually, I lied. I'm going to use these ones. Honestly, this is a pretty good base nose, so I'll keep that for now. And she has pretty rounded lips, so wait, something like this is kind of perfect. Let's do that. She has a little bit of a sharper chin, something like that. And then her face down here is maybe just a little bit longer. All right, let's take off this hat, take off this hair, and get to work. So for her eyebrows, I actually quite like how these look, but I'm going to bring the ends down a little bit here and move them forwards this way. Oh, why is she squinting? Oh well. And then for the eyes, I just want to open them up. She has just pretty standard almond eyes. I said almond? I meant almond. She has pretty standard almond eyes. And for her nose, I'm going to make this tip just a little bit bigger. And for the side, I'll bring it in and point this one up. I think this looks pretty good. Honestly, they gave me a really nice base to work with. I'm going to do this one and take the corners of her mouth downward. What are we thinking so far? Maybe the nose needs to be a little more down. And I think the bridge can be a little bit thicker. I like how that looks. And I'm going to make these eyes just a little bit bigger. Can I make them bigger? I don't really know how to. Perfect. Honestly, I think this looks so good. Let's move on to the makeup. I'm really happy with this so far, guys. This is crazy. She doesn't have any eyeshadow on, and I don't think she'd be the type of girl to wear eyeshadow, so I'm actually just not going to put any on. But I do want to put on a small wing. That's pretty much perfect. And let's do some lashes. I do want to do... Ooh, these are kind of perfect. And now for the cheeks, I want to grab this one right here and turn down the opacity. think that looks pretty cute. Onto the lips. I think I'm gonna do this gloss right here. Why is it so red? That makes no sense. In the other thing, it's literally not. It's okay though. I'm making it slightly purple-ish because that's the kind of look she has in the show. I think that looks so perfect. This is so pretty so far. I'm really excited. Let's move on to the hair, and I definitely do not have a hair that looks like hers. She has this ponytail in the back, and I don't have that. This one could be cute though, and I feel like is slightly accurate. I don't really like this one for her. I don't think it's as accurate. She doesn't have any hair in the front though, so maybe this one would be better because it doesn't have any strands in the front. This one is a ponytail, but it doesn't have that look that hers has. And I feel like doing this one would just not be the right vibe. Honestly, this one is really cute though, but like I said, it's just not the right vibe. That hair is gorgeous. This sim is honestly just gorgeous. Hello? I feel like her face is very pretty, but I feel like her face in the show is just a little bit wider, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm even maybe gonna make it a tiny bit longer. I think that looks much better. And her eyes can be just a little bit closer together. I think that looks so cute, but maybe her lips look a little bit too big. I don't really know. This looks so cute. Let's keep going with the hair. So just like I thought, we don't have anything really accurate, but I think this one will be pretty good. Ooh, this one's kind of cute. But she doesn't wear her hair to the side. So never mind. I think I am just going to go for the one that we had. Oh, this is a ponytail. Wait, I kind of like this one. Because in the show, her hair looks straight. It's just voluminous, but it's still straight. Does that make sense? I want to do this one, but her hair is not curly in the show, so it doesn't make sense. I think I am going to go for this one then. Let's move on to the outfits. Her style in the show is honestly horrendous, so we're not really going to go off of that. I really don't know how these people pick their outfits for these characters. I genuinely think they just roll a random dice and are like, what's the ugliest things we have in here? She does have a jacket, almost like a bomber jacket on, so I will do something similar, of course. I'm just going to make it a little bit better. I feel like this one's pretty cute. And her jacket is black, so this could work. Maybe if I had the red shirt on the inside. Because her shirt on the inside is orange. And for the pants, she wears capris. I don't know who in their right mind is wearing capris in this day and age. Definitely not college students, so I don't know why they would do my girl like that. They just hate her. That's the real truth. I definitely don't want to give her a skirt. I just don't think it's her vibe. Maybe these ones, they're like bell bottoms. I don't know though, because I also don't really think that baggy jeans are her vibe. I just feel like it doesn't fit. That's definitely not the vibe. Definitely not sweats. Oh gosh. Mayday. It's all falling apart. See, I think these are fine, but I hate the way the belt clips over it. I hate that. I guess these are our best bet, and I honestly don't hate them, so I'll leave them in white for her. And for the shoes, if you actually look at what she's wearing, these are pretty much perfect. But I'm me, so I'm gonna at least just change the color. And actually they look kind of like weird and chunky, so I'm gonna change them completely. Let's do these ones, and I think I'll do red since she's wearing a red shirt. Actually, I kind of want to go for like a soft pink or the cream. I think I'm going for the cream. I think that looks cute. Let's add some socks real quick, and I'm just gonna do them in white. And here is the final look. Oh wait, I lied. I didn't add any accessories. Let's go to rings. I feel like she'd be wearing some cute nails. And I'm gonna make them red to match her shirt. Oh, that's horrendous. Let's just take that off. I think these rings are pretty cute. Definitely something I could see her wearing. These little bows are so adorable. Unfortunately, it definitely doesn't match her character, so we're not going to do that. For her earrings, she has something like this. She has multiple, and it looks like some of them are in gold and the others are in silver. It's a little more subtle than that, but I think this is still cute while keeping it simple. And then for the necklace, she has a longer layered necklace. Something kind of like this. Ooh, or maybe this one. This one is pretty accurate too. I kind of love that. I think I'm going to stick with this one. And I think that is our sim all complete. So let's name her. Her name is Amber Bennett, and let's pick her aspiration. Honestly, I feel like we don't get that much of an insight into who Amber is. I'm going to say that she has soulmate. I feel like that's pretty accurate. For her first trait, I'm going to say she's loyal. For her second one, I'm gonna say she's hot-headed. This is because when they were first together and he didn't tell her that he was invincible, she was mad about it, which I understand, but it's definitely something that we know about her. And I'm honestly gonna say that she's outgoing. We see her with a lot of friends, especially when she's in college. So here is our Amber sim all complete. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right, let's move on to our next sim. All right, we are gonna be making Eve for this one. So I'm literally just gonna put on this face real quick so I can get everything situated. She looks so funny. And let's get started on the skin tone. I'm gonna grab this one right here and just make it a little more pink. And for the skin details, I'm gonna go for the same one, the glass skin. Honestly, it's my favorite. Are you seeing this? Hello? All right, let's take off this hair. These eyebrows are honestly perfect, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do this hair color right here. And I think I'm just gonna make them a little bit more outward. Let's make them a little less arched, so something like that is perfect. For her eyes, they are kind of downturned almost. That's a pretty good indication of what they look like. I guess they're, what are those called? Puppy eyes? And I'll bring these out to the sides. And these can be just a little bit bigger. And she does have green eyes. Eyes are a little vibrant green, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we have anything like that here, so I think these ones are pretty good. Honestly, this nose is kind of perfect. I'll just do this preset right here, and I think that looks fine. Why is it so pointy? Oh my gosh. Girl, oh my gosh. Bring this. Oh my god. I think that looks fine. And I kind of feel like these lips look good too. I don't know if she looks like she has the same shadow lip as Kim possible, but everyone confirmed that that was not a lip, it was a shadow. I don't know if that's the same case for her, so I'm just gonna assume that she has a lip. And we are pretty much done. Her face was extremely easy to make. Let's move on. For the eyeshadow, I actually am gonna add this one right here. Oops, not. Girl, why is it colorful? And I'm just gonna make it a little lighter because she has a slight tint. I feel like that looks pretty good. For the eyeliner, she does have an eyeliner that goes kind of outward, but not really up. That's kind of perfect. That one's also kind of perfect. I think I'm gonna do this one. And let's do some lashes. Weirdly enough, she has more lashes on her bottom half of her eyes, but we're gonna pretend that that's not the case. I'm gonna grab these ones right here. For the blush, we're just gonna do... Ooh, should I do highlight? I'm sorry, I should have done highlight on Amber too. I'm just gonna do... Oh no, you can't do both? That's fine. I'm gonna do this blush. I think it's a little more important. Turn down the opacity just a tiny bit. And for the lips, let's just grab these right here. And hers are pretty pink. Let's do saturation up, brightness a little down, and then opacity can just be a tiny bit down as well. I feel like that's a pretty good face. So here's her face. I'd say pretty solid stuff. It looks like her cheekbones are maybe a little bit higher and outward. And maybe her chin is a little more like V. And her chin is a little more pointy. And that's pretty much her. So let's move on to the hair. So the actual reason that I even wanted to film this video was because I downloaded a hair, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, that looks like Eve's hair. Where is it though? I think it was this one. Maybe it doesn't look like her hair. Maybe I only thought that because it was orange. Oh no, this one. Because it swoops to the side and then they have this orange preset. Yeah, wait, I think that looks just like her hair. Which one looks better though? This one or this one? I think I'm going to do it with both in the front. So let's move on to the outfit. So for her regular outfit, she has on jeans. And I think I actually have something like that. I'm not sure if it's pants though. I think it's a skirt. Where is it? Here's what I was talking about with the jean jacket and the jeans, but they are shorts. I don't know. I feel like it works here because she wears shorts with her costume. So I feel like this works. I kind of love it, and I think I'm going to keep it, so let's move on to the shoes. We actually see her wearing boots with her jeans, which is kind of horrendous. But I guess we'll do that. Ew, I can't get behind boots. Ooh, maybe these ones. Girl, who wears boots with jeans? Unless you're an 80-year-old mom. Maybe we can do these dogs. I feel like these low-key match her style, actually. Wait, or match her what she should wear style. I'm gonna do these. I have to. I can't do those ugly boots. And I want to add socks. Those are too long. Those peek through. That's all right. Okay, I think this is pretty cute. Let's do her nails real quick. I guess I'll give her these cute little heart ones. I don't know why. They definitely don't fit her aesthetic more than something else, but... And this watch. And it's clipping. Never mind. So we don't actually see her ears in the show, which means she's gonna get just a cute little earring. I think these are pretty cute, so I'll just do that. And she wears a very simple necklace that pretty much looks like this one, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't want to do that, so let's choose something else. Maybe this one right here. And I'll leave it in silver. And in a couple photos, we actually see her carrying a bag, so I think I want to add that. I know I have a bag somewhere. There it is. And her bag is like a brown color, so we'll just do that. And I think that is this outfit all complete. Let's name her. I actually don't know her name, like her last name. I'm just gonna put Adam. I don't really care. All right, let's do a spin. Show the entire outfit. How cute. For her trait, I'm definitely going to pick athletic, of course, because she is a superhero, so it's kind of has to be that way. And for her second trait, I'm actually going to pick perfectionist, and I feel like that makes sense with the way she is so hard on herself and how she acts with her parents and family and stuff like that. For her second trait, I'm going to choose gloomy. I don't know if that's necessarily accurate, but from what I've seen and how I interpret her, she's just really emotionally hurt. And you can definitely tell. For her last trait, for the last one, I'm gonna choose loves outdoors. I feel like it kind of makes sense for her, especially with her living in the woods and whatnot. All right, and here are our 3 Sims for this episode complete. So first we have Mark Grayson, the protagonist of the show, I guess. And then we have Amber. She looks so cute. I especially love her hair. I feel like this interpretation of her hair is just so spot on. And lastly, we have Adam, or I'm sorry, we have Eve. And I honestly love my take on her. I feel like the boots here definitely work. Yes, they're boots, but they're just a different type. And her jean look carried on into this outfit. Feel like it fits, especially with the shorts and the pink, both tying back to her costume. Either way, that is all we have time for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Which one was your favorite sim? I'm gonna have to say mine is Amber. I just think she's so pretty. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and lets me know that you enjoy the content that I make for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Like and subscribe.